Are you kidding me? The Inhumans are now not canon in the MCU. Mind you that ABC Studios, Marvel Television, and Disney went out of their way to make this series. They originally announced Inhumans were going to get a movie and it was going to be released on November 2nd of 2018. But instead they decided to scrap that and make it to a series. And so they decided to get Scott Buck, the guy who directed Iron Fist, one of the most hated Marvel Netflix series up to date. And they let him produce a complex storyline like the Inhumans. So they began filming on March 5th of 2017, and the show was supposed to come out of September of 2017. That's 7 months worth of filming right there. And mind you, they were still casting while they went along filming. And the worst part is, half of the budget went towards IMAX cameras because Marvel and IMAX made a deal that the first 2 episodes were going to be filmed in IMAX and put in theaters. But the first 2 episodes only had 20 days to film. And that's not enough time to make a good impression on a new series. So of course critics slammed the show hard. And the rest of the episodes had an 8-day filming period. And the filming ended on June of 2017. 4 months worth of filming for 8 episodes of a series that was going to be mostly in CG. So they spend nearly 80 to 100 million on a show just to get 3.5 million back from the box office. Now, I liked the show when they showed it on ABC. I never read the Inhumans comic books, and I really had high hopes for the Inhumans. Then again, I'm an MCU fan. I love everything that comes from Marvel Studios. But when they get ticked that the Inhumans got a low rating on Rotten Tomatoes, coming in at 10%, they decide to sweep it under the rug, saying, yep, it's canceled, it's now non-canon. Okay, if you really felt like that, then your 2008 Incredible Hulk would be non-canon, because that had a 68% on Rotten Tomatoes, and critics didn't like it, even though I still liked it, but people didn't like it. So, are you going to say the Incredible Hulk is now non-canon? But then that wouldn't make much sense in your little Avengers that came out in 2012. Because you had an Iron Man, and a Captain America, Thor, Hawkeye, and Black Widow. But Hulk, he would not make any sense in the Avengers movie because he's non-canon. So he's gone. Out of the ballpark, folks. But, and thinking of which, so would your Age of Ultron be non-canon? Would your Thor the Dark World be non-canon? And would your Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 be non-canon? But you can't do that, because the Avengers, they were established. Their characters had time to develop, so you can't really get rid of them. And then you have Thor the Dark World. Again, Thor's a well-developed character. He had 2 movies and was in 2 Avengers. Developed. And then you have Guardians of the Galaxy. You already developed them, so you can't really say they're non-canon. And Iron Fist, one of your most hated series on Netflix. You're gonna hate on Inhumans, and they were produced by Scott Buck, who also produced and directed Iron Fist, which is one of your most hated series. But are you going to say he's not canon? Well, you can't really now, because you developed him the first season, and you put him on Defenders. And he got way more development time on Defenders. And now he's getting a season 2, since he's well developed. Which I think is great. I have high hopes for that show. But, thinking about Inhumans, you sweep them on the rug, you completely forget about them, and you're going to say you're probably going to reboot them in the future. You really don't have to do that. You can keep the same cast. Get a bigger budget. Don't work with IMAX until you develop this show and develop the characters. You know how I think they can make this show work? You know, at the very end, I guess spoilers if you haven't seen the show, at the very end, they're in Hawaii because their home on the moon was officially destroyed. But you know what you can do now? Since you got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., once they come back from space in the future, you can get Coulson to coming in saying, oh, you the Inhumans that went up and colonized on space a long time ago? Well, guess what? We got Inhumans too, so guess what? You can be a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. now. Instead of being sanctioned on Hawaii with the U.S. government, who made the Accords. But then again, non-canon, because screw the Inhumans. Messed up. Really messed up. Just bring back the show, give it a season 2, and give these characters a second chance. Fire Scott Buck, never bring him back to another Marvel project. And that's my thoughts of why I think the Inhumans should still be canon. But they're now non-canon.